Hello, fellow gardeners. Well, we're back again this week with another suggestion for you on planting your tomatoes. It's here around the 1st of March and still got some cold weather coming in, and you know, a lot of them are in a hurry to put out their tomato plants. So I'm going to show you a little something you can do to get those tomato plants started now while it's still going to be, even if it's going to freeze at night. What you do, you got your pipe or your jugs in the bottom of it. You put your soil in there, potting mix, like you always do. Put your fertilizer in there, and then go to filling the soil on top of that up towards the top of it. And what you want to do, I'll cut the bottom out of this little gallon bucket. You can use a 2-gallon bucket or whatever. But anyway, we're going to set that right down in there let me get rid of this. And we're going to set it right there kind of level with this. And that's where your soil line is. And you're going to put your soil around here and leave that sitting right in the middle. Now, that's going to leave you a hole down in the soil because this is level with the tub or in your level with the ground outside. You can do this same thing in your garden. And we're going to set that down in there like that, and we're going to leave it in there like that. And then after we get it full of soil, you've got your fertilizers down in there and everything. You've got watered in. Now then you're going to go down in the middle of this, which is no soil in it, and you're going to reach on down in the bottom and it'll scratch you a little hole and put you a tomato plant. Now, you don't have to plant a tomato plant that's a foot tall. Plant one that's about 5 to 6 inches tall, and you bury it half in the ground, so you're halfway down to this bucket. So you've got 3 or 4 inches for this tomato plant to grow while it's down in there below the ground. And then you take this plastic and you're going to lay it over this bucket and put you some soil around here. Leave this showing in the middle where you see this bucket. You can see down in there the tomato plant, and just let it grow right there like into that. Even if it freezes, it won't freeze your tomato plant. Down in this soil has got it insulated, or down in the ground, either one. You still got it below ground, and it will not freeze. It'll go ahead and thrive. You let it grow there for a couple of weeks or so, and that tomato kent's up here where it's nearly touching that plastic or something, and it's getting warmer now up in the middle of March. Maybe leave it till the 25th of March or something like that. You take this plastic off, and you still got your tomato plant growing there, and you just leave this bucket on it like into that. Your tomato plant's growing, getting taller. Even if it comes on up here above this, it's fine. And then because you've got some insulation around it right here to keep it from freezing, even if it does still get a little cool, in the upper 30s or something like that, even right down to 34, and it will still be okay. And then, as you get on into April, and even the tomato plant's up here this tall, you just pull this bucket up and fill that hole in around it with your soil or potting mix around your tomato plant, and that will make your tomato plant grow more roots plumb up to the top of that. You've got your tomato growing on up here now, and you're ahead of everybody else if that's what you're wanting to do. That's just a little trick you can do to get by, to plant them early like this. And I'll say, yes, ma'am. Get right after it.
You're doing one in that tub.
One in the tub. That's all I suggest.
That's all you can do in that one tub? You can't do it out around or anything?
Well, you can do others. You can put lettuce, okay? And that's what we're going to talk to you about, lettuce. Now, even on your tomatoes, and I don't have a tomato in here, but anyway, your tomatoes and your lettuce, you do the same thing. 6 weeks before you put out tomatoes, you plant them seeds in these little 6 cups. See, there's 6 cups in here. And you plant 6 tomato seeds in them and grow them inside, close to a window. Get them outside on warm days, let them get a little sunshine, because they'll get spilling leggy if you leave them in the house. I promise you that. It's hard to even grow them under a grow light unless you got a good bright one. Same way with your lettuce. You plant your lettuce seeds in this, grow it up like this, get it ready to transplant. You planted your tomato plant in the bottom down in there. Now then you take these 6 lettuces and plant the 6 lettuces around this, around the outside, closer to the outside of the tub, and you've got a tomato plant growing. You've got your lettuce growing here. This lettuce will be ready to pick in 3 to 4 weeks. Now, you've grown this about 3 weeks in here. When you transplant these into this bucket here, when you pull these out and transplant them in here, the 6 of them around the outside edge, you, that same day, you fill this back full of soil and put your lettuce seeds back in here again. Because in 3 weeks to 4, you're going to have this lettuce ready to pull out and eat, and you can go right back in with another set of lettuce and do the same thing again. When you transplant them in here, you put you some lettuce seeds in here, and in 3 weeks, you're going to be ready to eat that and put this in. That way, every 3 weeks, you got a rotating crop. You can plant you some green in one. You can plant you some red leaf lettuce in another one around your tomatoes, or just anyway, do it like that and grow you more food. Let me tell you, if you've been to the grocery store lately, you know what I'm talking about. It costs more to get out of the grocery store now than it did 3 months ago. It's going up every day. I know they're warning us there's going to be a lot of food we can't even get in the next year or so. I'm not going to back that up. I don't know what's going to happen. None of us do, I really don't think. But anyway, I know the price is going up, so you can save you some money by growing some of your own food. You don't have to grow it all. I mean, it doesn't pay really to grow some things like, well, I shouldn't have mentioned that, because you can grow about anything. But, well, I can't tell you what you shouldn't grow. Just grow everything you want to grow. And anyway, I just wanted to tell you about that. But plant you 6 lettuce, and when you transplant 6 lettuce, the tomatoes, it's usually a one-time deal, and you plant them in there. If you're going to have another crop coming on later, when you pull those tomato plants out and transplant them in here, plant you some more seed in here, like a Sun Leaper or Sun Master or something that takes the hot weather, and then you can put you out some more tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes or Romas. Romas are good for hot summertime. So we'll try to talk about that more in the next video or 2. I just wanted to talk to you about taking care of these tomatoes that you want to put out early, because we're selling tomatoes here now. It's the middle of February, and we're selling tomatoes to people because they just can't wait, because it's 60 degrees here today. The wind's blowing 15, 20 miles an hour out of the northwest. It's going to get down into 40s tonight. It's going to be in the 30s next week. But still, you can keep that tomato over in that bucket down in there underground or in your soil out in your garden. Okay, like this video, ring the bell, subscribe, and we'll come back and make you another video next week.